Fame, Sunday nights at 6 on TV5.
Good groove. Hello again, everybody. This is Lance Russell right along ringside without my old sidekick Dave. He's got this particular day off. We'll be looking for him back again next week. But by golly, I'll tell you, that's the only thing we're missing. We have a sensational card lined up for you today. You're going to get a chance to have your second look at that dancing man, Mark Regan. Very fast, fine young wrestler. We'll be taking a look at him in the opening bout. Also, we'll be seeing Eddie Gilbert in a single match, and then tag match time. We'll be looking at the new generation with Tojo Yamamoto going against Big Keith Roberson and Kurt Von Hess, the German champ. And the final expiration of time bout today, by golly, a good one. Dutch Mantell and Tojo are going to be teaming together to put their experience against the new Southern Tag Champions, the Nightmares. All of that action coming up today, as well as some footage on Handsome Jimmy Valiant, the Road Warriors, the Fabulous One. My, we better get into it. We're going to be back with an opening bout for you in just a moment. Now you can tell that when you see him, he'll be doing a little bit more in dancing too. Look at him go. That's Mark Regan. Yeah, he can get it on. And let me tell you, look at Jimmy Hart. I can't stop. Goodness gracious. He's an exciting young wrestler, and we're delighted to have him in here in our opening bout. Whoa, right away. Mark nails Pat Hutchinson, who is over berating the crowd from behind, and Hart decides to jump out. They'll find out that this sport can do some more than just dance, I'll guarantee you. One fall, 15-minute time limit bout from Memphis, and let's forget the rest of the introductions. We'll give them to you as we go along. Pat Hutchinson takes a flying drop kick. Look at that one, a beauty. Good night off the back, right away. Mark Regan, will that shock you? Huh? What about it, Jimmy?
Come here. Hey, man, this punk. Nobody makes a fool out of the first family. Let me tell you something right now. I want one of my men to come out right here. Hey, Mark, hang on there, pal. Don't you go anywhere. One of my men. I want one of my wrestlers out here now. Come out here now, baby. Fight a real man. I want you to fight somebody. Come here, baby.
Hey, listen, he had a match in here. You came out and really helped Pat out.
Hey, Pat's green. Pat hadn't been in wrestling for about 3 months. I helped him out. Come here, Nightmare. Nightmare. This guy tried to make a fool out of the first family. Nobody does that. Show him what it's about, baby. Get him, baby.
Oh, you're going to...
You've had it now, buddy.
Hey, Jimmy, what is this? Right away, Regan takes off on the Nightmare. Look at him go.
Nightmare. Come on, baby.
Nightmare number 1 coming out there, and Regan is right after him. Jimmy Hart. And here comes Hutchinson back in. They're all after Mark Regan, a young guy who can really go. And let me tell you, he's no dummy either. Smart enough to know that 4-on-1 is a lousy set of odds. And Mark Regan bails out of here. How about it? All right. Boy, an exciting start with Mark Regan ripping and tiring on that action in there. Let me show you how he handled Pat Hutchinson. No sooner had the bell officially sounded in there than Regan dumped him as Hutchinson rushed him. Big drop kick down. He goes 1, 2, 3, and that's it.
Young wrestler. He was a young wrestler. That guy took advantage of him.
Oh, Jimmy, you're terrible. There it is, a win for Mark Regan. 11 seconds, the official time on it. And by golly, I'll tell you, we're going to be looking forward to seeing more of that gentleman a little bit later on. I got to tell you, Jimmy Hart was just out here. You saw how he called the Nightmares in, and they individually tried to get Regan, and it took all four of them together. Well, he is very special when it comes to that kind of activity, having a bunch of folks on one or two guys. Let me show you what happened at the end of the Jerry Lawler-Rick Rude match recently. This son of a gun was something else, and look at what Hart does.
Waving to somebody, you got to know it.
Yeah, there's Hart up on the ring post calling him in. Now watch this.
Here comes Animal. Spoiler, Nightmares, King Kong, the whole family. Good night. Sure, it's a disqualification win in 14:01 for Lawler. Referee Paul Morton coming down. He's not going to help much. Nobody's going to listen to that. They're just slamming Lawler all over the ring. There is no question about it. As the final bout of the night, Hart kept his entire first family here. Nobody had gone home. And Lawler just pile drive by Rude. Bundy splashes him. Here comes Dutch Mantell. The Dutchman dressed. Boy, there's no hope for Dutch. They got him outnumbered about 10-1. 10-2. Referee bounced out and hurt. And Lawler just being worked on unmercifully in the ring by the family. Another pile drive, but Rude not in the best of shape. Here's Eddie Marlin.
Every one of you listen, the next man touches Jerry Lawler will be suspended.
Eddie Marlin, the promoter, has just said the next man that touches Lawler is going to be suspended. And Hart's trying to keep all of his guys back. They had their fun, but brother, that stopped it.
Yeah, typical Hart thing. The whole family comes in there. That was the last match of the night, as we said, and Hart had them all waiting around. You better believe on that. We got more action here, and we're going to be back to it just a moment. One of my favorite guys, Jackie, the fabulous one, Fargo, has been in here the last couple of weeks, and Jackie has not had his usual success. As a matter of fact, Jimmy Hart has done everything in the world to him to humiliate him, and he has beat on him, stomped on him, everything you can think of. Jackie is not one to take that lightly. We had some words from Jackie about Hart and his tactics.
You know, I consider myself one of the luckiest people in the whole world. I tell you why, I'm in the greatest sport in the whole world. Work very hard and proud and stick my chest out and say, you better believe I'm a professional wrestler. Did it the hard way, Pally. I mean, I did it the hard way. Knocks and bruises, kicks and stomps and bites and busted heads and arms and legs. But I experienced one of the worst things possible in my business. And I was gone, and I'm sorry that I wasn't not aware of what was happening. I seen you, Jimmy Hart, you stinking little no-good, dirty rat that you are. I seen what you tried to do. I seen a film of it. You actually tried to assassinate Jerry Lawler. Who the hell do you think you are, boy? What game do you think you're in, pal? Your head's crooked. You better screw it on straight, Pally. You tried to have that man assassinated. Do you know where I'm coming from? Do you know what I'm saying to you? You little stinking weasel, you. You little low-down stinking weasel. I'm gonna kick your butt this Monday night, pal, like it's never been kicked before. Not gonna slap you and smack you around and hit you with my fist. I wanna stomp your brains out. I want you crippled. Do you understand where I'm coming from, Hart? Do you get what I'm saying to you?
Jackie, in one of his more serious moments, and I'll guarantee you, Jimmy Hart better pay attention to what the man says, because he is entirely capable of doing exactly what he said he was going to do right then and there. The entire Monday night action is going to be something else, my friend. We're talking about starting at 8 o'clock. You can get your tickets today up until 5 o'clock. There will be a $1 increase in price on the tickets, and Monday night, or all day on Monday, you'll be able to get them up until the match time for your tickets, so you can zip right on in there. And the opening bout at 8 o'clock, Mr. Ito and Kurt von Hess, the German champ, will be going against the new generation, and Tojo Yamamoto. We'll be seeing them out here. Sensational upset took place when the Rock and Roll Express lost the Southern Tag titles to the Nightmares, and you're going to be seeing a return match with the Nightmares defending those titles they just won against a very determined and exciting Rock and Roll Express. Southern Heavyweight title match will follow that, and that's where Dutch Mantell will be going against King Kong Bundy. I'm not really sure that Bundy is aware at all of just how tough the Dutchman can get when the chips are down, and he's going to be after that Southern Heavyweight title as much as he's going to be after King Kong Bundy. Then will come a single match. It'll have the fabulous one, Jackie Fargo, going against Jimmy Hart. Hopefully, we'll be able to keep the entire family out of the ring in there and just let Jackie deal with the problem as he sees it. That'll be worth the price of admission, seeing that one in itself. An international title match will come up after that. Tommy Wildfire Rich putting it on the line, having no hesitation about getting in there with former tag partner Eddie Gilbert. Gilbert's going to try to prove to the world that he is the better man and should be the international heavyweight champion. He's going to have to walk over Rich to do it, though. And then will come a six-man tag match. Look at the talent here, my friend. We've got two teams that are just pretty difficult to find, much tougher than these two teams in a six-man match. The Road Warriors with Paul Ellering on one side of the ring, and on the other side, the fabulous ones, Stan and Steve. And they have invited a friend of theirs, Big Tony Adler, former Mr. Universe, to come in there as their third man on that side of the ring. Lane, Kern, and Atlas against the Road Warriors and Ellering. And then the final match will be Rude and Lawler. Okay, so what? Take a look at this. Cage match. No time, no disqualification, no 9 or 10 first family jumping in the ring to settle things. Jerry Lawler, Rick Rude inside that cage with no time and no disqualification. And this will go a long way towards establishing which one of them is going to be able to call himself the real king. Lawler and Rude going at it in a cage match. Just one of the outstanding bouts that you will be seeing Monday night. Lawler had some comments to make about this upcoming match. Let's take a look at Jerry.
You know, I'm not going to stand out here and mince words. I know you're listening, Rude, and I want you to open those crummy ears of yours and listen real good. I hate your stinking guts, and I think you're a low-life, stinking, slimy scum of the earth. Oh, you're real tough when it comes to beating in somebody's car windshield or the hood of their car, something they can't fight back. And you're a real big man when you got 8 other jerks from the first family on your side, aren't you? That makes you real tough, doesn't it, Rude? But when it's one-on-one, when it's just me against you, you're not so dadgum tough. Well, let me tell you something, punk. After what you pulled last week, what you and Hart and Bundy and Hess and all the rest of you goofs pulled, I went to Eddie Marlin and I said, I'm sick and I'm tired. I'm fed up to here with that crap. I want something where nobody can get in, nobody can get out, just me and Rude. And I got it, brother. A cage match, Rude, a steel cage. Not some flimsy little chicken wire match, a steel cage, jerk. And it is just going to be you and I. When you step foot in it, brother, You better give your heart to the Lord, brother, because something else is going to be mine. I promise you that. I'm going to do a number on you, Rude, like it's never been done before. And you better sit right now. It's Saturday morning. You better sit down when you get back to that dressing room, and you better run through that little pea brain of yours just exactly what's going to happen to you. Because, brother, I got a full arsenal. I may barbecue you. I may drop you on that stinking pointed head of yours. I don't even know yet myself what I'm going to do to you. Except for one thing, I'm going to hurt you, and I'm going to hurt you bad. And I promised you last week you was going to wind up in the hospital. Well, I'm sure you thought that's where you sent me, you and those 8 other goons. But you and 80 other goons couldn't put me away, Rude. Monday night, it's just going to be me and you in a steel cage. And when I put your stinking face up against that steel mesh wire, and I rub it, brother, the flesh is going to peel off. And we're going to see the color of your stinking blood. And I'm not going to quit, Rude, till I know that they're going to have to get on that telephone and call an ambulance and haul your stinking butt to the hospital. That's a promise.
I believe we got some serious bad action coming up down there Monday night, brother. Not only the Jerry Lawler, Rick Rude cage match, Hart and Fargo. You've got the Road Warriors, and what a night it's going to be.
Whoa, scared to death. You know what, Rude? Lawler and Fargo are really big when they're about 1,500 miles away. Why aren't they down here on TV today like Rick Rude and Jimmy Hart? Where are your heroes now, pal, huh? They're not down here with us. First of all, let me say something about you, Jackie Fargo. You know, I think Jackie Fargo's a little jealous of Jimmy Hart. You know why? Because look at this brand new wrestling magazine. It's called Wrestler. If you look inside, here's King Kong Bundy and Jimmy Hart and Rick Rude, not you, Fargo or Lawler. Let me tell you, you're not going to upset me today, people. I promise you that. You're not going to upset me today. Now look at this belt. Get a close-up of this belt, Fargo. This is, can you wait the cameraman? There you go, right here. Get a shot of this. This is the Southern Handicap belt. I've held this for 3 years, baby, and I've never lost it yet. You know what I'm saying, Russell?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Now, let me say, Fargo, the people call me wimp. You call me a wimp. But I know this, pal. If I can beat you in the middle of that ring, and I will, and pin your shoulders to the mat, because Fargo is a legend in this area. Matter of fact, all over the world, he is a big wrestling legend. Am I right or wrong? Well, if I can beat you, baby, then I will be the legend. And it will be the greatest night of Jimmy Hart's life. Bundy is the Southern champion. I'm the Southern Handicap champion. And the Nightmares are the Southern Tag Team champions. I've got everything in the world going for me. And I promise you this, baby. I didn't have to sign that contract, but you know why I did? Because this is my chance to stop you people from calling me wimp and calling me coward and calling me a chicken, brother. Fargo, me and you, pal, I'm going to show no mercy on you, right, Ricky?
Lance, did you see what happened?
Yeah, I saw one.
It got real ugly.
9 guys got in there and started beating on the wall.
You know what I like? I like the way you people can take a picture and make it look any way you want to make it look just by that little microphone here. Let me tell you what happened, and Jimmy Hart will be my witness. Right. I had to have Jimmy Hart call those people down because, Lance, I'm into beating people up, but I ain't into murder. And I knew that once I started on that pig, that it was going to be all over. And that's all I need is to end my life in Sing Sing. You know what I'm saying? Lawler, you were going down. They hauled you out on a slab. Didn't they carry that pig out?
They carried him out, sure.
Those boys who carried him out should be given a trophy for some type of weightlifting incredibility. I can't believe. Let me tell you something, Laura. They carried you out. Next week, it's going to be in a body bag. When I leave him next week, Lance, he's going to look like a 9-piece chicken dinner, something that Colonel Sanders wouldn't even sell.
Beautiful. Lawler, if you got any guts, baby, show up to Jonesboro tonight because I'm having the whole first family in Jonesboro. We're going to Trenton, Tennessee Tuesday night. Jonesboro tonight, baby. Bring everybody on. It's going to be the biggest night of the family's life. Come on, Lawler. Come on and get us, baby.
Don't get excited, Jimmy. I don't believe you anytime. Okay, well, you hear it from Jimmy Hart and Rick Rude. It's going to be worth seeing that cage match with no time, no disqualification, and just find out how much whipping Jimmy Hart's going to do on Jackie Fargo. We got time out. We'll be back in a moment. Okay, right now I want to remind you folks of an event that's coming up on Saturday, September the 1st, out at Liberty Land. Of course, the Muscular Dystrophy Telethon will be going on out there. There's also, on that day, Saturday, September the 1st, will be a special wrestling day out there. From 3 o'clock till 6 o'clock, you're going to have 5 matches and also an autograph session. Some of the names that will be out there, by the way, it's going to be held in the Sun Dome in Liberty Land, a chance for you to get out there and see. The new generation will be there. Johnny and Mark will be right there. Tojo Yamamoto. Jimmy Hart, I'm sure, will thrill you. He's going to be there. The Giant Rebel. The Southern Tag Team Champs, the Nightmares will be there, and also Jerry the King Lawler will be out there. Now, that's all on Saturday, September the 1st, from 3 o'clock till 6 o'clock in the Sun Dome at Liberty Land, and we want you to make it a point to be out there and enjoy that as well as all the other festivities. That is Saturday, September the 1st. Okay, we in fact are ready to go with our next bout right here. A single match. It'll be one fall, 15 minutes at 216 pounds from Memphis, Tennessee. Introducing Jim Jameison. I don't know what Eddie said. Hot Stuff on the back. Yeah, I guess it's Eddie Hot Stuff Gilbert. From Lexington, Tennessee, Eddie Hot Stuff Gilbert. That's what the back of his jacket says. Referee's Jerry Calhoun, and off comes the Hot Stuff jacket, and we're ready to go. Bell time, and here it is. Jim Jameison facing Eddie Gilbert. I don't know what Eddie's... A little joke with Jameison there. He was laughing at him, not with him for a fact. Jameison protecting himself on the break. Clean break as Eddie Gilbert, who I don't think it comes as any surprise to anybody, has been doing his best to make Tommy Rich look bad. 2 clean breaks, back on the ropes, 3rd time, and this time Gilbert, catching Jameison unawares, rips him with a right hand. Waist locks him, takes him down to the deck, and he is working on him. You can see him roughing up his eyes as he goes with him down there. One of those little subtle moves that you can see like with a boxer when he takes the laces and rips them up over somebody's eyes. Look at Gilbert going after Jameison. He is really pounding on him. Fires him into the ropes, and Eddie Gilbert, big elbow, puts Jim down. Started it off by catching him unawares on the ropes after twice breaking clean. Jameison trying to battle his way back. Couple to the midsection, and Gilbert right back on top of him again. Minute and a half into the action, and Jameison is fired out onto the floor. Referee Jerry Calhoun telling Gilbert, get back up in the ring. Gilbert getting ready to suplex Jim, and he does, right down on this hard studio floor. The referee Jerry Calhoun says, you better get back in there before I send you to the dressing room. Jameison bounced on that floor very, very hard, and Gilbert comes out of the ring again. Now he pitches Jameison back into the ring. Gilbert awfully proud of his activity with Jameison, and Jameison zings him one right back again. Eddie Gilbert fired across the ring. Whoa! Jim came in too quick. Met that big elbow. Pow! Eddie Gilbert rubbing Jameson's head down in the canvas, had him by the hair, and the referee said, okay, let it loose, let it loose. 2.5 minutes in, and Gilbert, who got an early advantage, has been pounding Jameison, but hard. Oh, that's impressive, Eddie, I gotta tell you. He's up there saying, is that hot stuff or is that hot stuff? Eddie just progressively getting a little meaner in his tactics in there, and he's not messing with Tommy Rich. He's messing with Jim Jameison, that he has no particular quarrel with. Stomps down on Jameson's face. Gilbert slugs him upside the face. Rips him one with a right hand. The referee saying, keep those fingers open. As Eddie Gilbert pounding away on Jim Jameison. He had him in a position I think he could have pinned him, but he continues to impose punishment on Jameison. And remember, he got the advantage when he nailed him on the ropes when Jim thought he was. Oh, boy. He crushed him down, too. That's going to be it, 3. Well, hot stuff Eddie Gilbert wins it in 3 minutes and 57 seconds. Yeah, number 1. Certainly not in a lot of people's minds. Unusual crushing movement, and Eddie just has to take one final shot at Jameison that Eddie used in there. He had banged Jim pretty hard. Jameison was over on the mat, and Gilbert back into the ropes, came across and crushed down on him right before he got the 3 count. He had suplexed him, as we said. Now watch the way he just mashes him. Oh boy, head went down and banged his knee right there, and he got a 1, 2, 3. And Gilbert is the winner. Well, Eddie, you got a long way in a lot of people's opinion to go before you're number 1. He is an excellent wrestler and a tough young man. I'm sorry to see the attitude change, but that's the way that tune goes. I'll tell you, a couple of guys, the attitude has never changed. And when you get sitting around talking with people about tag teams, present and past and always, one name comes up that there is no question about it. Physically, certainly that, and otherwise, one of the most awesome tag teams that I have ever seen. I'm talking about the Road Warriors. Let's look at them.
Lawler starting it out, and right away he's caught. Look at this. That's 234 pounds. He pressed as if it were nothing. Does that tell you how strong these guys are? Woo. The King hit the deck hard. And these savage Road Warriors loving the kind of combat that says, let me at 'em. In. That weird war paint they have on their face. Knee to Lawler's midsection. Big elbow. Straight in the air. Lawler pressed up again. And pounded down. The muscular development on these two guys, the Road Warriors, incredible. Jerry shaking up hard as he has been bounced viciously off that mat twice. Lawler and Idol. From the outside, taking a shot at Lawler, and Jerry with kinks in that back might be better off if he tagged out to Idol right at the moment. But the King, a tough son of a gun, slamming with that right hand, and Hawk says, oh yeah? Lawler and Idol wrestled the Road Warriors for these titles in Cleveland, Ohio. They came the closest at that point to winning it when the Road Warriors were not sure they would be carrying the titles out. Their showing gained them a rematch for the national titles. Lawler, 234 pounds, and he looks to a degree dwarfed by either one of the Road Warriors. Big, vicious forearm. Well, Lawler caught him right in the chin. The King, using his head and foot, slams in with an elbow. Beautiful move. Slamming that right hand, and Lawler dumped, sitting on the bottom rope. Jerry receiving it, he snout. Flush on the button. Lawler tags idle. Slam together. Austin bangs down with a big body slam. Going for the Las Vegas leg lock, it looks like. Drops with a knee. He didn't go for it. Animal with Lawler over his shoulder. Slams him into the turnbuckle. Referee trying to break that fight up. Lawler's covered. 1, 2.
Tonight, there's gonna be a rumble tonight, cause we're the Warriors, that's right. There's gonna be some trouble tonight, cause I'm Hawk, I'm the Animal, that's right.
Well, with the big match coming up Monday night in there, the Road Warriors had some comments to make about that six-man match. Let's listen.
Hey, every time I think of Memphis, every time I think of the Fabulous Ones, I get this urge to gag. And not much can gag me. Now, the Fabs, you ain't had enough of us, obviously. You're sicker than I thought. But you're gonna pay, and so is Atlas. Big and strong, right? Dumber than a coal bucket. So that ain't gonna help none. You ain't got a chance. You might as well pack your bags and hit some other wrestling federation that's gonna rip your heads off and kick them around like soccer balls. Hey, Fabs, we can't seem to get you off our stinking back. And now you bring Atlas in. Some kid from the ghetto trying to make his name for himself by getting in a ring with the Warriors. Well, no way. You morons in Memphis, get off your duffs and quit plowing the back 40 and come down and see what two men and their manager are going to do to the Fabs and Tony Atlas. No way. They're going down. Nobody beats the Warriors. Nobody. Get ready. Here he comes.
Oh, yeah. The new generation wheeling in there is then followed by their manager, Tojo Yamamoto.
Who comes rolling out to the ring? Tojo, the human ball is on. You know what? Why does everybody have to have music for? Tell me. Huh? Tell me, right?
Okay, well, you go that chair and stay there. One fall, 15-minute time limit bout, and we're looking forward to a dandy right here. You're talking about a team that'll go in there at 512 pounds. Looking at, from Memphis, Tennessee, Keith Roberson. From Munich, Germany, Kurt von Hess. And across the way, a total weight of 432 pounds. Introducing the new generation with Tojo, Yamamoto in their corner. Referee, Jerry Calhoun. We're going to 1 fall, 15 minutes. It'll be Von Hess starting out with Johnny Wilhoit as the opening man for.
Good morning, Lance.
Oh, Jimmy, I am so
It's a beautiful
thrilled
day
you
outside
could
today,
find
huh?
time to come by and sit down and have a chat with us.
Oh.
Johnny Wilhoit giving away plenty of size to Kurt Von Hess. Newest member of the Jimmy Hart first family of professional wrestling.
You know, he was a German heavyweight champion, Russell.
Yes, I do in fact know that. Johnny Wilhoit drilled into the turnbuckles and returns the favor.
You know, a lot of people say Jimmy Hart doesn't give anybody a break. Am I right or wrong? Well, you saw today we tried to help out Pat Hutchinson, right? And now we're giving Keith Roberson a chance. You know, the guy's big. He's 6'4", he weighs 265 pounds, and he's going to be a star in professional wrestling one day. He
I
just
would
needs
have
some
to agree
experience.
with you that he certainly is a big one and a guy that's got some prospect. Look at that drop kick.
So excited, man. You're going to give everybody at home a heart attack, man. You're going,
Spring steel legs as
drill, a drop
Wilhoit
kick.
goes up and drops Kurt Von Hess and took him down.
Hey, I can do a drop kick too, Russell. Anybody can drop kick. You can probably do it if it took you a couple of years to learn the thing, man. There you go, right there. Look, now, look. Here's what
Tag
I'm
on
look,
Mark
the kid,
Batten.
Look, Wilhoit held him while he came in and made the tag. That is illegal now, Russell. You know that.
He can hold him and tag. He can make the tag anytime he can get to him, Jimmy.
But you
That's
can't
just
hold
the
the
way-
man. It's supposed to break when the tag is made. You've got to let go of the hold. Now, you know that, Russell.
Grabs that arm, rolling arm drag as he takes him over and down.
And nice
Von
head scissors,
Hess
nice
into a
head
head scissors. I'm getting to it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Batten over to have a little conversation with partner Johnny Wilhoit and tags. Johnny coming back in as the team of Von Hess and Roberson change, and Keith is in there with Johnny Wilhoit now.
There you go, Roberson. Good move. Good move.
Standing side headlock from Roberson as he grabs a hold of the smaller Wilhoit. You better hold on to him. That young fella gets loose, boy. He'll do some dancing on that head.
I thought it was illegal to hit somebody in the head, Russell.
Not with a drop kick. Look at that! He got him!
Lucky move. Very
Hey,
lucky
beautiful drop
Well,
kick.
that shows the inexperience right now, Roberson. That's why
That's the
we're
kind
giving
of
him a
dancing
chance.
I was talking about, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Von Hess in there now from Munich, Germany. Mark Batten.
Roberson.
Lexington,
That's you. You're doing beautiful. Don't let him upset you.
Charleston, West Virginia. The new generations from Lexington, Kentucky, and Charleston, West Virginia. Forearm. Batten shakes him loose. With big shoulder, puts him down on the deck. Mark up in the air. Nice. Crotches him, turns him over, and slams him down.
With one hand on the tights, I may add.
Right, well, that's the way you saw it,
Well, that's
Jimmy.
why. That's why you wear glasses
nobody
and I
else
don't, Russell.
saw
You
it
wear
that
glasses
way.
and I don't wear glasses.
Good night.
And you know I don't. Now, come on, man. I saw it. If you'd wake up, you'd see some of these things, too.
Referee Jerry Calhoun not calling any violation as Von Hess has it reversed. Now there I saw a hand
Beautiful
go to
move.
the hair.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Oh,
You know, you see what you want to see, Lance. That's your problem. You know, that's what's wrong with old people. They see what they want to
look
see.
out.
Oh, he fell out of the ring.
here comes back. He was thrown out of there with Von Hess.
Now, look,
And
Calhoun should
Johnny
be counting him out of the
Wilhoit.
ring right now. You should be counting him out of the ring, Calhoun.
He's trying to get it settled down and get everybody back in there. Von Hess threw him out of the
He
ring.
did not. Roberson tried to help him back in. The kid jumped out.
From inside, Mark Batten blasted again by Von Hess. And over the top rope, Mark
Here to
Batten
protect you,
drops
Russell. Don't
down.
panic. Don't panic.
4 minutes into the bout, it's a 1-fall, 15-minute time limit match.
You know, I want to prove to the people. Everybody says that Jimmy Hart has to be sitting at ringside for his men to win a match. Am I right? You said that on numerous occasions. Am I right,
Oh,
Russell?
yeah, you do, in fact, help.
Okay.
No doubt about that. I'll give you that credit.
Well, I'm going to sit right here by this desk right here and show you that these guys are champions, these guys are winners, and I'm going to prove it to you right now. I'm going to sit right here at this desk during this whole match. You better watch watch out for Tojo Yamamoto. He's so sneaky over there. He'll do anything
Shut up
to
on
win a
that.
match.
Let me make a comment to the fact that they got to keep batting out of there. That's one way not to have the match come to a conclusion is just keep the other guy out. Now they've got Batten back in, and Roberson just kicked him in the rib. Reverse neck breaker, and Batten is down hard. It was a dandy. Big elbow from Roberson. He's got a lot of potential. I'm so sorry that he happened to get hooked up with, well, we'll let that go by.
Thank you, Russell. Be careful what you say on live TV, please.
Mark Roberson grabs the arm. He's got it twisted, and Batten fighting his way back.
A fist, Russell.
Yeah, he's using the fist. No two ways about that. Sometimes you got to resort to things like that when you're going against people like Von Hess and Roberson. There's a tag. Von Hess in, foot in the midsection.
I'll tell you, Roberson looks great, baby. He looks great today.
Johnny Wilhoy tried to get in to help his partner when he was being double teamed, but the referee stopped him. Now he's trying to separate Roberson. Look at that. He's got no business putting his hands on him. He's not the man in the ring. He was outside the ropes.
You're like the busting my eardrum. What do you mean no business doing that? Let me tell you what, man. This is professional wrestling. Anything goes. Now watch this. Beautiful. Now look, why don't you talk about the kid? Look at Roberson, 6'4".
Roberson drops down with a big elbow after putting a foot in his face. One could be. No.
Oh, look at
Nice kick out. Hey, he got a 1 count. He wasn't you getting ready to say it was a slow count. All he got was to 1 before he kicked out of it. Just a good determined kick out by Mark Batten. This is Lance Russell without Dave Brown. Jimmy Hart over here running his mouth as he now goes to the ring, jumps up on the apron. You heard him say he was going to stay right over here, but no.
Good encouragement right there from my guy. You better watch Tojo. He's sneaky. Where am I? I'm sitting at the desk during this whole match, Russell. I want you to know that. I'm hanging over your coat.
Right then. Whoa, another beautiful
He's not the legal man in the ring.
He was right up even with his head. Slamming on Von Hess outside. Grabs Roberson in the corner. Whips him over. Big. Oh, he started to go for the monkey flip. Roberson held on, and Johnny Wilhoit fired with a feed. He's going after him again. Takes him over and down.
See, there's Roberson's inexperience. He could have dumped the kid right there.
We're almost halfway through. It's 7 minutes past in this 15-minute time limit bout. Going and grabbing his eyes in there, and the referee got on him about it.
Look at this, Roberson, Von Hess. See, I can put anybody together and have a super match. Look at Von Hess and Roberson. Roberson's green right there. Look at that, Russell. You saw it.
Roberson got tricked up in the ropes over there. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, Russell. Thousands of little kids are listening to you. You know you're the Billy Graham of professional wrestling. You saw what just happened right there, man. You saw that.
7 minutes and 31 seconds. Jimmy, I got my glasses on. I can see good. I look like he got tripped up in the ropes over there. And Von Hess and Keith Roberson go down to the new generation in 7:31. Sometimes you got to use tactics. And nobody knows it better than Tojo Yamamoto. I want to take a look. Here he is, fired into the rope.
Oh, look right there. Look, and you see it on TV, that man.
I'm looking at it. I couldn't really see whether his hand had his foot or not.
Run it back again. These people run it back again. Run that tape back again upstairs.
Jimmy, we got a 1, 2, 3 count. Your team loses.
You see what you want to see, Russell.
Yeah, talking about a guy who sees what he wants to see. Maybe Tojo did touch him a little bit. Okay, let's go back and take another look at it in there as he's fired into the ropes, and as he comes off the ropes, Yamamoto was leaning in there. So anyhow, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to give it to the new generation. They deserve the break. Speaking of tag teams, we talked about the awesome... Six-man match is going to have Stan and Steve with their partner Tony Atlas going against the Road Warriors and Paul Ellering. Stan and Steve had some comments to make about this upcoming six-man.
Ladies and gentlemen, promoters all over the country have been trying to get the Fabulous Ones together with the Road Warriors. It's coming down in Memphis. And Stan, not only do you have the Road Warriors, but you've got a shot at Precious Paul as well.
People of Memphis, Tennessee, I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready for the biggest battle ever to take place. I'm talking about the Civil War, brother. I'm talking blue and gray. I'm talking the North versus the South. Now, what you got here is you got 3 guys from the North, from Chicago, that hang out in leather bars with a bunch of fruitcakes, and our manager's called Precious, and they got 3 boys from the South who are Southern-born, Southern-bred, and we like cornbread, brother. And we got one guy right here. I'm talking about Tony, Mr. USA Atlas. He's 6'3", 260 pounds of beefcake, and brother, he can get the job done. We're coming to Memphis to do it.
Yes, I'm with the fam. I'm with the fam. I'm coming to Memphis, Tennessee. T for Texas, T for Tennessee, T for terrific, T for Tony, T for the fabulous world, brother. It's going to be F and T, the fam, and Tony. We're going to come down. We're going to boogie. How you doing, Memphis? You want to see them old warriors get whooped? Talk about I'm dumb. I'm dumb, Steve. No, stupid, maybe, but not dumb. No, call me dumb. You don't need to be dumb. You got muscle. He got the looks and the skills. He got the looks and the skills. And I'm as ugly as Sid. And I'm coming to Memphis, Tennessee. And I'm coming there for one reason only. Because they asked me to. They told me to come on to Memphis. Show them the ball. Woo! Look at them arms.
He is Mr. USA, Tony Atlas. Steve,
hey, you know, we only had to make one deal with Tony. I had to say we only have one little deal we had to make with Tony, and that was we had to find Tony a nice young lady after the matches. So if there's any of you young ladies out there hadn't got nothing to do after the Mid-South Coliseum, you be out there out in the back, because Tony needs a girl and he needs a date, and that's the only thing.
And what a match that's going to be. Don't you dare miss it.
Oh, brother.
That's going to be one of the matches down there. Listen, we want to welcome Pack 192 from the Noncona Baptist Church. Are they here? Yeah, there you are over there. Glad to have them with our championship wrestling. We're talking about Monday night, friend. We got plenty of action. The ticket sales up until 5 o'clock today, all day on Monday. First bout is going to start with Mr. Ito going and Kurt Von Hess against the new generation with Tojo. Then it's going to be a Southern Tag Team return when the Nightmares, the new champs, will be going against the Rock and Roll Express. They're the ones they won it from. Following that will be a Southern Heavyweight Championship match when King Kong Bundy will take on Tough Dutch Mantell in that bout. Another single match, Jackie Fargo, Jimmy Hart. What can I say? Going to be some kind of getting on in that one for a fact. International title match, well, you know Eddie Gilbert's attitude as of today. You saw it. He'll be trying to take the title from Tommy Wildfire Rich, and that will not be an easy one. 6-man tag, Road Warriors, Paul Ellering, Stan Lane, Steve Kern, and Tony Atlas, to be followed by no time, no disqualification, a cage match that'll have Jerry the King Lawler and Rick Rude inside that cage. We're interested in hearing a little comment, as a matter of fact, from Tommy Rich about the International Heavyweight Championship match. Let's take a look at it.
You know, first of all, I'd like to apologize to all the people here in Memphis for what happened on TV last Saturday, you know, but situations happen sometime, and, you know, things, it just gets out of control, and that's what happened, and that has a lot to do with me not being there this Saturday. But, you know, I was talking to some of my friends, getting to the point. I was talking to some of my friends the other day, and they found out that I'd signed a title match Monday night in Memphis with Eddie Gilbert, international title match. And they said, Tommy, what, are you crazy, man? I said, you don't have to give Eddie no title shots. You got everything to lose and nothing to gain. And, you know, I got to thinking about it, and, you know, I thought, and, you know, Eddie, that's the whole thing with our problems, that international title to begin with. That's what started all the trouble between Eddie and myself. But I got to think, well, maybe they're right. So I went home, went to sleep. I woke up 2 or 3 times during the night, you know, thinking about, you know, what my friends had told me, you know, don't give him a title shot. And then, you know, I'd go back to sleep. And finally, I woke up that morning, had a big smile on my face, you know, and I thought, well, you know, that's where they're wrong, because I've got everything in this world to gain. Because just like I said, Eddie, that was the beginning of our problem, was that international title. And Monday night in Memphis, I feel like I can whip you with all of my heart. But I want to give you that one chance, just so you'll know that you ain't the better man. You can come out and you can say what you want to say and tell the people how big and bad and tough you really are. But the whole thing's going to come down Monday night in Memphis. And, you know, I got a lot of people to prove a point to. And the one most of all I got to prove it to is you, Eddie, because I feel like if you beat me for that international title, you'll end up being just like the Jimmy Harts, the Rick Rudes, the King Kong Bundys. And I've still got a place in my heart for you, and I don't want to see that happen to you. So Monday night, I'm coming to Memphis, and I'm coming to whip you, Eddie, and I'm coming to prove my point right there in Memphis, brother.
That'll be happening Monday night, Eddie. You got the international title shot. Now, the man is giving you the opportunity to prove that you can take the title from him.
Can you imagine a person saying he's still got a place in the heart for me?
I find it a little difficult after what I saw you do to him last week.
To be honest with you, Lance, you know, I do feel like I made a fool out of myself, and I've been a crybaby about everything. Please be quiet, you feeble-minded, stupid people, please. I'm trying to talk. See, what happened here is that I got my feelings hurt because of the international title, but no more. No more getting my feelings hurt because I'm going to be a winner. Only the strong survive in professional wrestling. I grew up in professional wrestling, and I know that. Only the strong survive. The rest kind of fade away in the background. Well, no more for Eddie Gilbert, because I'm going to prove to myself and you, Lance Russell, and this promotion and all you ignorant people that I am the true champion here. I should be the international champion. And after Monday night, Tommy Rich, you're going to owe me an engraved apology. So will you, Lance Russell, and so will all the rest of these rednecks, because I am a great wrestler.
Well, we're going to find it out, and don't hold your breath until everybody starts running up apologizing to you. You got a few apologies in order, I think, yourself. Okay, we're going to take time out. Back with more action in a moment. Expiration of time match, and a total weight of 439 pounds from Japan and Oil Trough, Texas, introducing the team of Tojo Yamamoto and Dutch Mantell. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Southern Tag Team Champions in a non-title bout. 431, introducing from parts unknown, representing the first family, the Nightmares, with Jimmy Hart in their corner. Would that he would stay there. Referee Jerry Calhoun. This is an expiration of time, and of course, when the time expires, the team with the most falls will be declared the winner. Bell time. Here we go.
Aren't these belts beautiful, Russell?
Yeah, they are, Jimmy. And we have already said that it was a major upset with the Nightmares, taking the measure of the Rock and Roll Express.
You know what?
We'll find out. You'll have them back in a return match, and you'll find out.
Everybody, including yourself, you said the Nightmares are too little, they're too small, they can't do this, they can't do that. But they're the Southern champions, aren't they, Russell?
They are that. They are that. No two ways about it, Jimmy. Dutch Mantell, ready to have a little argument, discussion with anybody who is willing to do the same. Nightmare number 2 in there starting out against the Dutchman.
You know, Dutch hadn't been on TV so long, I thought he'd done retired, didn't you? He went into retirement from professional wrestling.
And Dutch takes him off. Body slams him, grabs that rolling arm drag, takes him over and down. Hooks up that bar and steps over.
Dutch thinks he's so cool. Look at him.
There's a tag, and Nightmare number 1 slides in, immediately goes down to the deck. They're going against a lot of experience in Tojo and Dutch Mantell, I'll tell you that. Are the Nightmares. Over the top, dodge. What about that, Jimmy?
I'll tell you what it is. You know, it's a little thing. The Nightmares, they get a little cool and cocky sometimes, but I guess everybody does, right? It's a little mistake there, but don't worry about it, baby.
I'm not worried at all about it.
You know, 3 great cowboys in the world. Hopalong Cassidy, Roy Rogers, and Dutch Mantell, the Dale Evans of professional wrestling. Look at him right there. Look at him.
The Dutchman, despite his detractor sitting out here at our desk, Jimmy Hart doing a little commentary on his own. He's been in control here with the Nightmares. Back over to tag Tojo Yamamoto. Tojo.
Excuse me for a minute, Russ.
Yeah, a little conference being called by Nightmare number 1. Yamamoto squaring off.
Now, watch the chops are illegal. I just warned Calhoun. Let's see if Calhoun does his job sufficient, okay?
Okay, I'm
Let's see
watching.
who throws the first punch right now. Let's watch and see. Watch and see. Watch and see. See?
Yeah, look who
Oh, chop, right there. Chop, chop, chop. Okay, right there. Now prove my point, right? Okay. They started it. We're going to end this. I promise you this right here, buddy.
Jimmy Hart bounces out of the chair to go over and talk with his boys and referee Jerry Calhoun. Nightmare, number 2, steps in. Yamamoto, who zinged him with a good chop, is ready. And here comes the other Nightmare. They had
Watch the chops now. Watch the chops. They're illegal.
side headlock. Nightmare number 1, fired off. Leapfrog, turns around.
What did you see?
Saw the chop, Jimmy.
Is that legal or illegal?
Chop is nothing illegal. Is depending on where it's thrown. He doesn't throw it at the throat. Sometimes the way Tojo fires them in there, you know illegal. Boy, he can make you think a lot of things. Tag out, Dutch Mantell back in. We're in an expiration of time match, 3 minutes and 51 seconds, right at the 4-minute mark. As Mantell cocked that fist, and don't think Dutch won't pull the trigger on that one. Jimmy got something talking about illegal. He'll have something to talk about it. Uh-oh, Dutch takes it right in the back again. Nightmare outside, drilled him with a knee in the back. The other Nightmare follows with a broad arm, and they're continuing to work on Mantell's back. Well, they finally found a way to get the upper hand on the Dutchman. Oh, Jimmy, I'll tell you what. You are asking for it. I only hope you get it. Dutch will pay it back. Let me tell you, he's one of the great all-time payback guys. Bang. You're asking for trouble, Jimmy. There's a tag. Mantell held by the hair. Double teamed right in the small of the back. Tojo trying to challenge. Hard over grabbing Dutch's head and hair while he was draped over the rope. He's got Dutch distracted. Trying to keep Dutch's mind on the heart. Dutch has got survival on his mind right now as a Nightmare. Very quick team.
Look at Dutch. I gave him all the opportunity to lay on paper, but he can't even do it.
Yeah, fine. When you got 2 guys up there pounding on him, Jimmy, that's typical Hart odds. Hart, once again, blast from outside the ring as Tojo down the rope going after Hart. The referee intercepting. Now Dutch got downstairs. Look at here. And Dutch breaks away from the Nightmares, went after Hart. We're going to get this first ball stopped, and we'll have to check our time for the second ball. 10 count, both of them outside the ring. Look at Dutch going after Hart. To the waiting arms of his Nightmares, and the Dutchman say he wasn't provoked. You better believe he was provoked. First ball will be stopped. Both teams counted out at the 10 count. We're going to take time out back in a moment. Okay, the first one was stopped. Both teams on the outside and count on it. We'll have some more action from them in just a moment. I want to cover all the action out of town. Dave is not here today and will be back with us next week. Let's take a look at tonight. Jonesboro, Arkansas at the American Legion Arena. The box office will open up at 3 o'clock. You see some of the great names that will be appearing right in Jonesboro. 2 nights, 7 great matches. Tuesday, August the 28th, Trenton, Tennessee, Gibson County Fair. Tickets available in advance. Get your ticket to the fair, and get in the fair free is what I'm trying to say. That's it. Yes, Jimmy.
What are you trying to say? Trenton, Tuesday at the fair, the family's going to be there. I might buy me a summer home in Trenton. But tonight, Jonesboro, Rick Rude and myself, we're going early. We're leaving now. Lawler, I hope you show up. You got any guts. It's going to be the biggest night we've ever had tonight. Even you're going to be there, Russell, right? Huh? We're going to be there, Russell.
I don't know how we ever make it from one day to the next without Jimmy guiding our day. He will be, in fact, over in Jonesboro tonight, and Trenton also. Trenton was on August the 28th. That's next Tuesday. Friday, August the 31st in Pontotoc, Mississippi. The King is going to be down there at the North Pontotoc High School. And on Friday the 31st, also in Savannah, Tennessee, at the fair, the Dutchman will be about there. Mark Regan, a newcomer you saw early in the program today, if you were here, will also be there. Lots of others. That's coming up in Savannah at the fair. On Saturday, September the 1st, Championship Wrestling at Water Valley High School in Water Valley, Mississippi. Nightmares, New Generation will be there. Sunday, September the 2nd, Jackson, Tennessee. What an all-out. I wish you had time to go over the entire card. What an all-out, knockdown, drag-out card this is. Dynamite, I got to tell you, including Handsome Jimmy Valiant. Tickets on sale mid-continent all during the week, and of course you can get there and be there for the 8 o'clock time. That's on Jackson, Sunday, September the 2nd. Box office will open at 12 noon, so you can get your tickets in advance. Monday, September the 3rd, Garland, Tennessee. Rock and Roll Express will be right there, as well as Tojo, Yamamoto, and others. That's Garland on September the 3rd, Monday, September the 3rd. Tuesday, September the 4th, Ripley, Mississippi, with action going right there. And at Ripley, there will be a buck off of the tickets on advance sales. You be sure and get them at the school. That's in Ripley, Mississippi. Friday, September the 7th, Blytheville, Arkansas, at the American Legion Arena. Tickets are on sale right now. The King will be over in Blytheville. And on Friday, September the 14th, Cleveland, Mississippi, at Delta State University. Championship Wrestling coming there. And finally, on Friday, September the 21st, in Boonville, Mississippi, Championship Wrestling coming. When it comes your way, you be sure and get out and see it. Yeah, we had some tag teams. We had the Road Warriors. We had the Fabulous Ones, Stan and Steve. One guy that never ceases to cause talk and amazement, Handsome Jimmy Valiant. Let's take a look. Well, that was Handsome Jimmy and friends. Hey, we're ready to go. Dutch Mantell after Hart. Here he comes. Well, you better believe I'm ducking the Dutchman, and I don't blame him, as the Nightmares get in front of Jimmy Hart, and the referee trying to get everybody back in the ring where we can get a fall started. First one ended up on a double count out as they were both outside the ring. Nobody was back in the ring at the count of 10. And Dutch is starting out. Bell time. Here we go.
Cowboys, Dutch Mantell.
Yes, yes, Jimmy. You proved your point to yourself.
59 I heard he was going to make my professional career. And Dutch is about to beat me up.
He is pretty big when he picks on anybody, buddy. Tojo Yamamoto in there is the Nightmare. Number 2. Leery of those chops. Woo! And Tojo nailed it. The other Nightmare takes a shot to the midsection from Tojo. He delivered a couple of them and then took a shot to the midsection. Hey, Nightmare number 2 takes over with Tojo Yamamoto. This is kind of like starting the match all over again because nobody got credit for the first ball. And being an expiration of time, whoa! As Dutch Mantell after Jimmy Hart. Hart comes wheeling around our desk and the Dutchman going after him. Hart almost trapped between Dutch and Tojo. I would have liked that.
Fight, baby, you've got it.
Oh, you're going to jump in there and get him fine, Jimmy. Just steal it on down. Attaboy. I'm right behind you. We'll make time for that.
My wrestling outfit here. I'll kill this guy.
Well, don't let that stop you on our account. Dutch is in there begging for mercy. No, he's begging him to come in. That's what he'd like. Nightmare's saying, no, you stay here. Let us take care of him. We got him. Jimmy Hart, the man that people love to hate. Boy, oh boy.
I came out here today minding my own business as usual.
Get off
I was sitting here right by you. Tojo started by pulling my man's leg. That's what started. He made me do it. He made me do it.
Hit Dutch Mantell 5, 6, 8 times while they were holding him.
Dutch was in the ring with Tojo shot. Tell me that's not true.
I saw it, yeah, I'm for it.
You know, a lot of people think I'm Billy Gray. I'm a professional wrestling announcer. There's thousands of kids watching out here, Russell.
Dutch Mantell and Jimmy Hart carrying on a little big chop coming from the Nightmare. It didn't phase Tojo. Jimmy Hart and Dutch carrying on their own private war while the one in the ring goes on. Whoa, yeah, put him down. There's a tag on the Dutch. Dutch get a little of that animosity for Jimmy Hart out on the Nightmare. Big backdrop. Covers him up. Might steal a fall. Nope, didn't get it. Well, I'll tell you, that one fall is going to be a major factor right here, because that first fall, no credit given to either team. That's Jimmy Hart you see running up and down in front of the ring. Pulled off his tie, pulled off his shirt, but he didn't get in the ring with Dutch.
My scissors here. I promise you right now, Dutch Mantell will be ball-headed for you up there.
I wouldn't do that, Jimmy. Nightmare. Ooh. Boy. Could be 1, 2. Dutch got out of it. Count of 2, and that was it.
The worst referee we've got.
Mantell fighting his way back. Body slam. Once again, Nightmare number 1 this time. He comes firing down. I think Dutch kind of bagged him into it. We're a minute away from expiration of time. As Dutch gets a count of 1, count of 2, but he can't get the Nightmare still. With a count of 3, he'll never hold this one up. Our time running out. Mantell, sunset flip, beauty. And the other Nightmare breaks it up. Dutchman on a pretty sunset flip, almost had it, but the other Nightmare got to it. Small package, and that won't get it. Our time running out as we're right down to the last 10 seconds of action. Bell rang. No, the bell rang before we had a chance to get the count. I'm sorry, Dutch, that's it. Roll down. Did not get the count. The belt. No, the time was up, Dutch. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're going to have to take time out, and we will be back with more action comment for you in just a moment. Hey, I would again like to remind you that on the big muscular dystrophy weekend at Liberty Land, Saturday, September the 1st, from 3 o'clock until 6 o'clock, a big wrestling 3 hours in there with 5 matches with Tojo Yamamoto, the new generation Jimmy Hart, the Nightmares, the Giant Rebel, and Jerry the King Lawler will all be there. That's at Liberty Land on Saturday, September the 1st, 3 to 6 o'clock. Following the matches, by the way, there will be a big, long autograph session in there, so you can get out. Make it to Liberty Land for it on that particular weekend. A big one, too, for muscular dystrophy. Okay, want to remind you that tomorrow at 11 o'clock, I think you'll enjoy, it will be the 52nd show of Jerry the King Lawler at 11 o'clock on TV5. An opportunity to go back and look at some of the highlights. There are also some interesting other things on it you'll want to see. That's 11 tomorrow, TV5. Don't forget, you can keep up with all of the action news on TV5. Big Jack has it on Monday night at 10 o'clock, 6 o'clock, some of the film footage on it, too. Be sure and watch TV5 Action News. Now, I want to take time to remind you again, tickets on sale up until 5 o'clock. Prices up $1, but what a night of action it is. Included will be a Southern Tag title match. You're going to see a Southern Heavyweight Championship match. You will see Jackie Fargo and Jimmy Hart, Rich and Gilbert, the Warriors in Ellering against Lane and Kern and Tony Atlas, and the King in a cage match with Rick Rude. See you Monday night. See Dave Brown next week, and I'll be back. Until that time, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.
Lawler starting it out, and right away he's caught. Look at this. That's 234 pounds. He pressed as if it were nothing. Does that tell you how strong these guys are? Woo. The King hit the deck hard. And these savage road warriors loving the kind of combat that says, let me at 'em. Section, big elbow, straight in the air. Lawler pressed up again and pounded down. The muscular development on these two guys, the Road Warriors, incredible. Jerry shaking up hard as he has been bounced viciously off that mat twice. From the outside, taking a shot at Lawler, and Jerry with kinks in that back might be better off if he tagged out to Idol right at the moment. But the King, a tough son of a gun, slamming with that right hand, and Hawk says, oh yeah? Lawler and Idol wrestled the Road Warriors for these titles in Cleveland. closest at that point to winning it when the Road Warriors were not sure they would be carrying the titles out. They're showing Gaindom a rematch for the national titles. Lawler, 234 pounds, and he looks to a degree dwarfed by either one of the Road Warriors. Big, vicious forearm. Whoa, Lawler caught him right in the chin. The King, using his head and foot, slams in with an elbow. Beautiful move. Slamming that right hand, and Lawler dumped, sitting on the bottom rope. Jerry receiving it. He snapped. Flush on the button. Lawler tags idle. Slam together. Austin bangs down with a big body slam. Going for the Las Vegas leg lock, it looks like. Drops with a knee. He didn't go for it. Animal with Lawler over his shoulder. Slams him into the turnbuckle. Referee trying to break that fight up.